I'm now going to show you how to make these really special, raw, delicious chocolate treats. Now anyone who knows my chocolates, this is an entirely different creature. They're not my truffles, but they are Brazil nut, fig, cacao, orange, vanilla, little like snack balls. We're going to be using dried brown calmyrna figs, raw organic cacao powder, a little bit of Himalayan pink salt, because who doesn't love savory in their sweets, fresh orange, the zest, as well as some of the juice, and actually raw fresh vanilla bean. Can be substituted with about half a teaspoon or so, maybe teaspoon of vanilla extract, but if you can, get the real thing, because it's just, it adds, for one thing, like this little tiny granule texture, and it's also, I mean, it's vanilla. It's the fresh raw thing, and I really wanted to keep this recipe as raw and pure as possible. If I'm feeling it, we'll see by the end of this video. I may throw in some cardamom and cinnamon, or maybe nutmeg, but we'll get to that. And I'm also going to be a little witchy, and we're going to get to that too. Meanwhile, I'm going to show you how to get the vanilla beans out of this here vanilla bean if you don't know how and haven't done it before. I'll do that up close in a moment, as well as zest or orange. Cool. Okay, so with your vanilla bean, you're going to cut off each of the hard ends, just toss them to the side, and then down the center of your vanilla bean with your sharp knife, small knives are great too, you're going to slit only halfway through, not all the way to both sides, but make a beautiful slit, and then you're going to open it up and scrape. Ta-da! And scrape. Basically it looks like this beautiful black, extremely fine little, there's like little seeds of vanilla. The story with the vanilla bean goes, I like to use the shells of the vanilla bean. Once I've scraped them out, you can let them go dry, or you can use them immediately, but you can mix them with chai, you can mix them with warm milks, you can actually blend it just with water to make like a vanilla paste you can put in other raw treats or desserts. It's a really good way of being economical with a fairly expensive product. They're also in the orchid family, and their flowers are absolutely beautiful. So yeah, it's good to not just toss away the bean, but to give it new life beyond just the juicy center. Here we have a sweet little orange, Valencia orange. It doesn't matter what kind, but organic and washed and clean. And let's see, we'll use this side and just zest away. Wee-hee! And the zest, of course, has a bitterness that the filling doesn't have, which gives, it's like this, well, it's a zest, so it's zesty and bitter and bright, and just has this character to it that the juice could not possibly offer, nor could an essential oil. So yeah, this will balance out the sweetness of the fig and brighten up the density of the chocolate, and give your recipe some well-rounded amazingness. And we will cut the orange in half, and I'll get a strainer, and we're going to put some of the juice in the recipe in a moment. So set that to the side. Ta-da! Okay, so next thing I'm going to show you all the ingredients, which go like this. We have 1 cup of Brazil nuts, 1 cup of figs, which momentarily I'm going to chop up to make it easier on the food processor. Then we have the zest that we just did, put in a pretty little cup, the vanilla bean, a little dash of Himalayan sea salt, half of a cup of raw organic cacao powder, chocolate powder. We have our 2 halves of the orange that we're going to use as juice in it. And actually I have essence of orange calcite. And if you're wondering what orange calcite is, it is a crystal, an orange crystal, no less. And if you're wondering what an essence is, it's a bottle. energetic imprint of the energy of the thing that has been bottled. So there are flower essences, and there are gem essences and many other types of essences. I happen to have a collection from the Alaskan Flower Essence Company. They're great, AlaskanFlowerEssenceProject.org, I think, if not com, if you want to check out their stuff. But this, energetically, I'm going to put it in at the end. Orange calcite represents, it helps uplift, energize, bring more light into the body, helps assimilate the sunshine, which is great for this time of year. And it also helps with dispelling grief and darkness from oneself and one's life. So we're going to put that in our chocolates because that's how I do things around here. Shh, don't tell anyone. And then I'm going to chop up the figs and then whip out the food processor and make these babies. Okay. Okay, we're going to coarsely chop up the figs to make it easier on the food processor and ourselves. They don't need to be cut too much, but just a little bit into coarse chunks so that they operate more smoothly. We're using a mini prep today, and I think the mini prep will appreciate the mini prep done on the figs. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our Brazil nuts, and I have measured here 1 cup. And we're putting them in our little mini prep, so that rolls inside. And I'm gonna blend the bejesus out of them and make a bunch of noise. You ready? Woohoo! And what we're looking for is like I'm almost there, I'm gonna go a little longer, but it's like a very fine, but not completely fine flour, like a nut flour. A little bit like very thick sand on a sandy beach. You can probably see like this. So then I'm going to take my figs, and I'm going to strain, I'm going to start with half of the orange. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to taste it at the end, but we'll strain half of an orange to start. I'm going to put in, this is the zest from an entire orange. I'm just going to put in half of it to start, again, just to feel my way through this recipe. This is the center of a vanilla bean, the vanilla grinds, and I'm going to put those in there. And then I'm going to put the cacao powder. Watch it, watch that. Whoa, the favorite. You better believe chocolate's one of the best things in the world for you. I had a yogi once ask for raw cacao beans at this chocolate place that I was working. Imagine that. And specifically, he actually used them to fast during his yoga retreats because they are the perfect food. They have every mineral, every vitamin, everything that you need, plus all the good stuff, the stuff that gets your serotonin pumping and that makes us want chocolate, it makes us feel like we're in love. All of that is in chocolate. So this is a feel-good dessert as well as extraordinarily healthy. And then my final witchy business is the orange calcite essence that's going to give an energetic facelift to an already very excitable chocolate. Okay, so we'll see how this goes. Ready? 1, 2, 3, grind! You gotta dance. Get down. Get down. Get down with chocolate. Get down with chocolate. Oh my god. These are going to be Alright, let's see about this. Okay, I can tell that the texture is a little bit not quite. I'm gonna taste it. Watch me. Here we go. Totally delicious. Definitely needs more orange juice. I've been a chef for a long time. A long time. And as a result, it makes it hard to make recipes and cooking videos for y'all because I kind of try to stick by a recipe, but I often make it up as I go and kind of answer to whatever it is that I'm making and what I feel it needs an addition of to give it the perfect balance of sweet, savory, bitter, and whatever the other flavor is that I forget right now. The salt is definitely good. We're good on that. And I actually feel like I'm gonna add a couple surprise elements to it. I'm gonna grab cardamom, I'm gonna grab cinnamon, and I'm gonna grab honey. Ba-ching! Because you can't be boring with chocolate. I'm also, I'm a maker of over 80 flavors of chocolate and truffles. Over the last decade or so, I have become quite the chocolate maker, known as the chocolate goddess. And it's always what I call an alchemy. There's a magic to it and a listening to what it wants to become. Not only by flavor, which is of course the first thing, it's got to taste good, but also by its energy and what kind of effect you want it to have on the person who gets to partake of the goodness. So I just put probably about an 1/8 teaspoon of both cinnamon and cardamom, and I'm just going to be a naughty girl and drizzle some of this raw honey from upstate New York in there, and then we're going to go to town again. Giving the Cuisinart a workout. Okay, now we're talking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this to a bowl. And I hope you can see this okay. It's like this fudgy, like beautiful, sticky, gooey, perfectly delicious mass of chocolate. Yes. I'm going to lick this later, but not while you're watching. So yeah, here we go. We have chocolate goo. Again, it is a fig, Brazil nut, cacao, orange, vanilla, cinnamon, cardamom, honey, Himalayan sea salt, love bombs, we like to call them. And then I'm going to stir. Okay, let's taste it. That's right. That is right. You know what? We're gonna go the distance with the orange because it's asking for it. I'm gonna squeeze the rest that I can. And then I think our love children will be ready to be formed into little bite-sized balls that we're then going to roll in cacao powder. Here we go. I'm going to take, they're extremely rich, like decadently, like think of like a chocolate hazelnut torte made into like raw ball nut form. You want them to be about an inch big. And part of the magic of food is, well, everything is energy, right? Everything. The wind outside is energy. Like the lights shining on me, they're energy. The blood coursing through my veins is energy. The sunshine, the moonlight, yada yada yada. So with food, when you're preparing food, you're not only using the energy of the elements that you're working with, whatever the ingredients are, but for me it's about also putting energy of goodness, whatever that may be, love, sensuality, well wishes. I mean, it's really kind of infinite what we can do with energy, especially in a positive way. So yeah, and again with the essences, they also will kind of help boost and bring a higher energy level to the foods I create. I've done that for years, and yeah, This orange calcite, again, uplifting, energizing, brings some zing. And then in a moment, I will be coating these in cacao powder and then putting them in the refrigerator. So what we have here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. The magical master number of 22 is our chocolate. This is kind of the best part of my job. It's also gotten me into a lot of trouble for a long time. Do I stop? Never. Never. This is the Terra Amazon organic cacao powder. I got it at my local co-op. I know you can get it at lots of organic places. And I'm just going to do this. I'm going to coat them like so and kind of give them a roll around in the cacao. What's cool about the raw cacao is, of course, it's bitter and not sweet, so it's going to give this little sexy little bitter, like powdery bite as you bite into the sweeter center. I've also done that with unsweetened, like chocolate liqueur, like the wet kind, and that can be really fun. It creates a good contrast on the palate. Oops, flying balls. Okay, we are officially, beautifully, messily, majestically chocolate coated. But 22 chocolate love ball bombs. They should refrigerate at least an hour, and I'd say probably more like two at the very, very least. And again, many health benefits, and you know, just make you feel good without giving you the crazy sugar spike, because it's just big a little bit honey. So thank you. Please follow me, subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave comments, tell me if you make it, tell me how it goes, share it with your friends, share it with your lovers, do fun things as a result of the zing that you get, because it's really quite vibrant, and have a good Friday night.